Yeah, the move. Whatever hand you hit, you move to that side. Left hook, boom! You gotta think of throwing punches. Your job is to throw punches.
Dog with sheep, it will become a sheep.
This is where the whole timeline flips. Picture this. Anthony Joshua stepping into the gym, not as the heavyweight superstar polished by years of corporate cameras, but as a man rewinding the clock, channeling the ghost of an era where knockouts weren't highlights. They were warnings. He starts moving like Tyson, slipping into danger on purpose, weaving into punches just to launch back with venom.
Another neck exercise that I got from Mike Tyson. A lot of wrestlers do this. Quite dangerous actually. Physios don't like this type of stuff, but it's good for neck conditioning. It's called neck bridges. And it's flexibility and strength at the same time. So it's a really good exercise if you...
Here's the part nobody wants to admit on camera. This isn't just training. This is dominance disguised as preparation. This is AJ tapping into that young boy energy, calm face, cold intentions, no wasted motion. Meanwhile, the critics? They're talking loud, analyzing every shoulder twitch like it's a conspiracy. Because when a fighter moves this smooth, this comfortable in the chaos, people get scared. Rewind the timeline and you see it. AJ wasn't adjusting his style, he was sharpening his instinct.
What do you give to somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. You know what I mean? You have to be game, and then don't get discouraged if you lose. Listen, you just lost, you may have got $30 million. I just think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight to be the best. You have to compete.
Pretending to be neutral, the narrator says it improves his angles. But the truth, it makes him the threat nobody wants to stand in front of. This is the moment the whole chapter starts changing, and nobody catches it until it's too late. If you blink here, you miss the shift because this is where the documentary tone slows down. The lights drop, and the narrator leans in like he's about to expose a secret. AJ didn't add Tyson drills. He rebuilt his entire training world around them. Speed sharpened, strategy disciplined, power disrespectfully upgraded.
Whoa, my physio is looking at me like, what the fuck? I can see you looking at me like, fuck, please don't fuck you. Hey, if it goes, at least you're here anyway. You know, 43,000 tuned in. Oh, mate. I know I started this shit.
Just trying to set up the physio table, put the flats on it.
Anything.
Get back up there.
I'm easy, bro.
Eat.
Showtime sent me a lot of pictures of me.
Conditioning the type that breaks people before the fight even starts. And you already know how the internet reacts. Half the fans screaming, "He's washed," while the other half pretend they always knew he had this dog in him. Meanwhile, AJ is quiet, the same way YoungBoy goes radio silent right before dropping something that shakes the whole feed. Critics try to spin it like it's nostalgic influence. Cute. But let's keep it real. This is a warning shot disguised as training montage. When a man returns to the roots that made legends dangerous, he's not looking to compete. He's looking to remind. So the timeline rewinds, resets, and reloads, and the audience can feel it. The Tyson era didn't come back. AJ pulled it forward. Now here's the part the casuals laugh at until they realize the punchline is them.
Equal Anthony Joshua 50-50 fight, what do you make of that?
Yeah, I just said in another interview, great if it is. I mean, if it is, then you've got no problem seeing it. But when AJ, I mean, decapitate's a strong word, but you know, when he renders Jake Paul unconscious like he did to Francis Ngannou, don't then say, oh, well, it was Jake Paul. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when AJ beat Francis Ngannou, Ngannou just had a fight that could have gone either way with Tyson Fury. Then AJ poleaxed him and everyone just said he's just an MMA fighter. Do you know what I mean? Jake Paul's not Francis Ngannou. But, as I said before, if you want to see Jake Paul exit the boxing world...
Neck bridges, shoulder stacks, spine of steel training, the stuff that makes your chiropractor cry. AJ starts talking about how Mike Tyson inspired him. But listen closely, that's the pretending to be humble moment every YouTube documentary uses to hide the power arc. Because this isn't admiration, it's evolution. Neck work like this, it's not for aesthetics. It's for absorbing impact, firing power, and walking through shots that would crumble regular fighters. Translation: AJ is building young boy level unbothered energy into his anatomy. Meanwhile, haters online are clowning the exercises. Why he bending like that? Now this looks illegal. Bro training to survive car accidents. They don't get it. They never get it. Greatness rarely looks sane in real time. Slow the pacing down, zoom the camera in, and you see a man turning every disadvantage into armor. When the neck gets stronger, the punches hit colder, and AJ is making sure those shots feel like a whole career decision. This is where the script drops into that heavy, documentary serious tone the moment they introduce the wisdom from the OG.
The rumors around today, Anthony Joshua and
Oh,
Jake.
no. I'm not even really entertaining that. It's just not. Being a two-time heavyweight champion of the world, it's I don't know, YouTubers. I'm not really into all them influencers coming in there, and there's like some boxers that really work their butt off, don't get paid like what these guys are getting. And Anthony Joshua being a former world champion should be fighting like, someone in the top 5, top 10. So I ain't really got much time to talk about that. Not interested really.
Bad for boxing?
Well, not bad for boxing. If people want to pay to watch it, then who am I? I'm just giving you my opinion. Who's not worked his way through the ranks to earn that shot at the former world champion? No, not at all.
Australian boxing. Who are you a fan of? Obviously got good fighters out there. Joe's my type of fighter. He's very spiteful, and he's just another level, really. I don't think there's no better cruiserweight around.
Mike Tyson tells AJ one thing: fight often, stay sharp, never let time beat you. And AJ receives it with that calm, tight-jawed stillness you only see in people who've already made up their mind. It's the young boy effect, listening quietly while planning loudly. The narrator pretends to be neutral, saying, "It's about sharpening skills," but everyone watching knows the truth. When a fighter stays active, he becomes unpredictable, dangerous, harder to time, harder to study, harder to doubt. Every moment AJ spends in the ring is another clip loaded into the highlight reel his opponents fear. Meanwhile, critics talk like activity is a weakness, like fighting often is some sign of desperation. Nah, it's the opposite. It's hunger disguised as routine. It's dominance hiding in plain sight. This is the rule Tyson lived by, and the rule AJ is resurrecting. Here's where the pacing spikes. The documentary hits you with loud music, flashing headlines, outraged thumbnails. Eddie Hearn steps in, acting like the voice of reason while stirring up even more chaos. He says Joshua would beat Jake Paul.
Someone knocks on your door and says, "Do you want to fight Jake Paul for 100 million?" You're like, you'd be stupid to say no. No, I don't want that 100 million for what would be and will be and should be easy work for AJ. Like, well, why are you going to turn down 100 million? AJ should and could knock out Jake Paul in a round. Like, if Jake Paul was over here fighting under our British Boxing Board of Control, I don't think it would be a Southern Area Cruiserweight champion. AJ is a former unified heavyweight champion of the world that I still believe is a top 10 heavyweight in the world. AJ should be able to destroy him. AJ is going to be 60 pounds or so bigger than him. AJ hits like a truck. AJ is a better boxer. Like this.
Everybody nods, then he drops the twist. But don't call it effortless. That line alone sends the whole comment section into civil war. He's not protecting Jake. He's elevating AJ. He's creating that narrative contrast, one man calm and lethal, the other emotional and trying too hard to prove he belongs. Hearn frames Joshua as someone who wins through skill, discipline, and focus. Quiet greatness, silent work ethic. That young boy style coldness where he doesn't need to scream his resume, his punches speak for him. Meanwhile, Jake is the loud storyline, the thumbnail, the trending topic, the disruptive noise. But Joshua, he's the problem, the real one. The type of fighter Hearn subtly implies you shouldn't underestimate unless you enjoy waking up confused on the canvas. Pretend neutrality all you want, this segment leaks bias like a cracked faucet. Even with all that, he's still not AJ. This is the classic balanced but not really balanced technique. Praise the underdog, crown the king. Jake is framed as emotional, trying hard, grinding loudly. AJ is framed as the quiet storm, the young boy figure who doesn't need validation, doesn't beg for attention, doesn't stress. He just is. The narrator ends with a lesson. In boxing, just like in life, the loudest worker isn't always the coldest threat. Then comes the YouTube outro. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Did Jake earn his respect? Or is AJ still the mountain no influencer can climb? Fade out. Music hits. Retention secured.